Welcome to the 3TrendLine reflection toolset. This tool applies to any instrument, any time frame, and it just requires you to be able to identify 3 trend lines. And we draw the points on these 3 trend lines, and you will get the 6 reflection points committing to the frequency of 3, 6, and 9. Now we are still at the same chart of ES. We can take any instrument, any stock, any time frame, and we would like to see where things are going to reflect. This does not require the squaring principles of Gann to be applied to square the chart. So if you don't know how to draw trend lines, let's draw a trend line. Trend line draws by drawing through pivots. This is a pivot, this is a pivot, this is a trend line. This is a pivot because market came down here and reversed. This is also a trend line. Market came down here, made a little bit slower pivot. This is also a trend line. As long as you can identify that these are the trend lines, you can use this tool very effectively. So let's try using this tool now. The tool is called TrendLine Projects Price Targets. Once you use this tool, there's nothing to add here. Now the tool is activated. Now we are going to be drawing 3 trend lines. This seems to be a trend line. So we're going to draw this trend line. You can also draw the same trend line 3 times 2 because this tool is activated to make your life easy to be able to get it done in one shot. As you click, you see a small cross which appears here. So this is my trend line. Now the second trend line starts from here as well. So I'm just going to put a cross right on top of the other cross, and I'm going to put the third one here. So there's one trend line, second trend line, and you can change the third trend line the way you want it to do as well. It doesn't have to have a same starting point either. So let's do this trend line, going from here and back to this guy. Before you interpret, you make sure that the trend lines are as you expected. For that, you can use what in Wave 59 is a finger tool, where it activates and shows you where the hot spots are. The trend lines is using a mathematics internally, mathematics of squared reflection, using the Gann square principle. So if you see here, the trend lines are coming from here. These seem to be plotted correctly. Now what we are seeing is we are seeing the projections where the market is expected to be squared out based on these trend lines. The second reflection points are much stronger because this is 45 degrees, this is 90 degrees. So this is 45, this is 90. You can see market went up to 90 and came down. Came to 45, went to the next 90 of another trend line, the second jump up, and came down. So this is how this tool gives you the magnetic energy reflection points based on trend lines. In the next chart, we are going to use maybe Tesla, which is the most popular trading chart. In this Tesla chart, I have taken a daily time frame, as you can see, and I've drawn the trend lines based on how I just explained. And if you think we need to adjust it, just pick the hotspot and adjust it. So I chose that trend line. I need a pivot. This was a pivot on daily chart. This is a pivot on daily chart. This is a pivot on daily chart. And if you think something is missing, you can always relocate it, because the hotspot is where we are detecting automatically where you clicked. So when market was going up from May to August and started coming down, we added our reflection points based on these 3 trend lines, and we got an idea where market is heading. So this is how you have to get used to using it properly. We can also get very smart by adding more tools. So once I have these levels, I just look at these levels. I look at these levels where we are going. I'll just draw my boxes, which you probably have seen me use to forecast things many times. You can also draw where the overlapping prices are coming. Like this looks like the cluster here, so I'll draw something like here. There's a cluster here. I'm just putting the price line so I don't forget where things are coming to, where the things are coming to from these reflection points. So I'm just drawing the price lines. Then I can draw up this tool. So my analysis at this point is complete based on this tool. I can also bring my C54 reflection tool here. Here we are with the tool set. We're going to use C54 tool from level 1. We're going to modify some levels here, which represents the frequency of Tesla market. Those numbers are revealed to the tool holders, and they are also given the frequency map for the entire 30,000 stocks, so they can tune their frequencies accordingly. So what we have done is activated the tool C54, and now I'm going to use the same logic. I'm going to use this trend line, which was broken aggressively. So I'm trying to use that trend line, and I'm using the pivot in the middle right here, as you have seen in the videos, and I'm looking for reflection points. Now I see from a previous innovative approach to targets, this one is overlapping with the previous line. So I will keep this and I'll make it a little bit stronger and wider, that hey, this is going to really be a strong one because two things came to an overlap area. Same thing happened here, two things overlapped. This is how you can see I have helped with the forecast possibilities. Now there's nothing stopping me to do it from here either. So what I can do is simply relocate my trend line. Let's move it from here. First move the trend line. And then we're going to move the projector. So if I want a sharp move, which is like sharp break from this, so what do I get? I get this overlap and this overlap, making it even much stronger. So this is how you can see this level was consumed, so this level is now coming extremely. So this is still valid. When it came, it broke. So if you see, this is all basic trading philosophy. Came down, bounced here, came down to the next level, which we just projected right in front of you, and came up. Now what is this pattern? This is head and shoulder. You should know the basics of trading before you start getting into this advanced forecasting concepts. Head and shoulder, break, retest, fail, boom. It is all happening at your forecasted level. I hope this helped. Thank you so much.